Hi everyone, it's Wendy. I've got an idea in my head about making a journal. I want to start using a lot of my stash. This is one box of pre-made envelopes. Well, pre-made, made by me. They're mostly made from book pages. And I just, when I'm sat watching TV, I can't sit and just do nothing. So I make bits, and these I've decorated up. So this is like getting rather full now. I've got little mini envelopes as well. Little folio ones. So I want to start using these, and my idea was to make a journal entirely of book pages. Now this is a large book. It is about, how many centimetres? 27 centimetres by about 37. So it's a world atlas. It doesn't have anything else but maps and a little bit of writing in. So my idea was to use pages from this, and this is just a test page I did last night. I want to cut it down to about 23 centimetres, which is how many inches? About 9 inches. And then I was thinking of having a tuck on every page for an envelope to slot into. And also, like some pages I could do like that, and then other pages I could just cut there and have a fold up for a pocket that way. So that's my rough idea. I'm keeping all my offcuts of the pages, all these. I won't throw those away. They might come in handy. Also, I've been cutting out loads of bits. I think these are all Artie Mays. I've been making little pieces of words. These are stickers from Clarity, and I've just put them onto brown packaging paper. These are all labels and butterflies. So I've kept all those together, and what I thought of doing is just decorating down each pocket with loads of different pieces, like so. Just try and use them all. I know it's all butterflies, so it's going to be like butterfly and floral themed probably, but just laying those, let's just get that out of the way, laying those down just to pretty it up a little bit. Put all these tickets, and then maybe put some words on as well, just to decorate the pocket up. So what I'm going to do is just go away, cut my pages down to size, and then I shall be back to decorate some up with you and show you what I'm doing with the pockets. See you in a bit. So I've folded most of the pages. I'll just show you with the last two what I've done. This one is cut down to 9 inches, and it's still the full width of the page, but I want it to be about 6 inches once the fold is in for the pocket on the side. So I'm just going to trim off about up to that line there on the guillotine. So I just have my ruler in inches down at the bottom here, and it's about 6 inches the width of the page. So I'm just going to fold that back at about 6. It doesn't have to be exact and perfect, and I'll just fold that one back to match. Some I fold a little bit deeper than the others. That's a little fraction, and that's way offline. It's not straight at all, like so. And then the taller one I cut down to 11.5 inches because I want my page at 9 inches tall, and I'm going to cut the width down to 6 inches because the pocket's going to be at the bottom on this one. So I've got a mixture of bottom folds, pockets, and side pockets. So here I'm just putting it against my ruler, going to 9 inches here and just folding that up, so that'll be a bottom pocket. Fold that right across and fold that way. So I've got quite a few here. So I've got side, side, bottom, side, bottom, side, 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 side. So I've got 3 bottoms, fold pockets, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 side ones, I think. So I'm just going to alternate those. See, this one here is at the edge of a signature in the book, and it's a bit jaggedy and rough. So what I'm going to do is just put some washi tape on there. I'm just seeing what I've got in my drawer at the side of me here. I'm a bit disorganised with this video, if you'll please forgive me. I've got a bit of floral one here, just a little bit left on the roll. So I'm just going to put some washi on there. I always put glue under washi tape as well, because I don't trust washi to stay forever stuck. And roll that out. Try and get it in the middle. Near enough, I think. And glue that down. I'll trim those bits off on the edges. Still a bit of cotton left there from the signature. So trim that and trim that. So what I'm going to do now is, my glue is oozing, put my pin in and just put this signature together just to test it out, and then I'll start decorating up these pockets. So I've got more side folds than bottom folds, so I'm just going to put 1, 2 sides, 1 bottom. I'm making all my make sure I've got them the right way up so that the writing is all the same way. 2 sides. Oh, that's the bottom, put that in the wrong pile. 2 sides and the bottom, 1 side, 1 bottom, another side and another bottom. So should I have the bottom in the centre? Yes, I think I might have that one folding that way. So it's feeling quite substantial already, and this fold is narrower than here, so I'm just going to swap one of those out and put a wider. I think that one is a bit wider. I'm just going to swap those that way. Now I'm not trimming off here because obviously I would trim the folds, and I don't want to do that. I don't mind it being a bit off, you know, not precise at the edges. So that is the signature, and I'm just going to pin it together with a paper clip, and then I'll pull each page out at a time to decorate up. So I'm just going to clear off some of my stuff here, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm on the last page now. I'll just do this one, show you what I do, and then I shall give you a little show of what I've done. I've literally just pulled some of the ephemera that I've cut out, and I just grab hold of one and stick it on. I don't plan anything, I just literally stick it down. I try and put some of the labels underneath and for the butterflies on top, and then because they're more pretty to look at, I suppose. I don't plan on where it's going. I don't do a layout first. I'm not sure whether I want to sew these, because the only reason I'm thinking is sometimes the stitching might catch on the inside of the pocket, so I don't think I will, but let's just see where it goes. Some of the ones have got like little bits to cut out, so I just punch them out with my crocodile, and I've used some of the words that I've shown you before as well. Right, let's get some of the bigger butterfly images. I thought I might have used all this ephemera, but obviously I am not going to, because there's tons of it left. I don't stick with any colours. I just literally pick up what I pick up. This has been on my mind for a while, in the back of my head, just wanting to use book pages, and I have cut lots of ephemera out. So I just wanted to use the bits up that I've got instead of making more. And I've got like the shoebox full of envelopes. I've got another shoebox full of tags, and what's the other one? Mini books I've got in one, you know, using all the scraps of paper I have left over. And then when I've got it nearly full like that, I'll find some words that I showed you before. See, like that, it will all work out in the end. I just tear it, like that was all one quote, so I left it sort of together, then I wouldn't lose part of it. So I'll just stick that over that white bit and split that one. When I filmed this, we're just Rico the dog has been trying out a new kennel. It's quite a popular kennel, and they always get very booked up, so she had a couple of days spare, so she said, yeah, take him along. And so he's there just last night and tonight. And you won't believe it, but they have heating in the winter and they have air conditioning in the summer, so he'll be nice and cool. He won't want to come home. Anyway, that's one page, or one flip pocket. I've not glued the pockets down yet, because I didn't know whether I would want to do anything on this. I don't think I will, actually, because once the envelope's in, it will be hidden, and it is quite a substantial weight of paper, this. So I'm just going to do this side now, and I've got a bigger piece here that I did want to put on. Honestly, if you haven't done anything like this, you should try it, because it's a great way. In fact, I'm just going to shove that along. It's a great way of using all your bits of ephemera you've got cut out. You could even put bits of fabric on, all sorts. I literally just stick it down. Great fun. Sometimes when I'm making cards as well, I do just pull a certain amount of things out on my desk, and then I think to myself, right, I'm going to make cards just with those pieces. And I get great satisfaction from it as well. Or a sense of satisfaction, definitely. Let's see what other bits we've got here. There's a brown label, we'll use that. And more butterflies. And let's put a bit of colour on. One down there. And what else? Something down. In fact, I could put a long word down there or a quote. Let's have a look what we've got. Karma is patient. Oh, excuse that. There's a ambulance probably. Yes, ambulance going past. Keep calm and carry on. We'll use that one. I think that was a quote during COVID, wasn't it? Keep calm and carry on. A time that I hope we will never see again. COVID. It was quite surreal, I thought. In fact, it was frightening when it happened here, I must admit. But we got through it. Right, I'd like some more. There's these little quotes in the labels. Inspire and fearless. I think we'll go with that. Just for the sake of using them up, really. One there. And where did the other one? That one. So let me just put my pin in my glue. And oops, it's fell over. Oh, there's already one up there. Let's put it down there. Right, I'll just put these labels roughly back into the bag. And then I'll just show you the pages that I've done. Right, that's one with side pockets. Oh, I know what I need to do, just cut a divot out with my circle punch. I have a little mark on the side of here so that I know how far to push the paper in. Eyeball it in the middle, roughly. And there we go. Right, that's for this pile. Right, here we go. I think that's going to be thick enough because once the envelopes are in, I think it will be fine. Right, let's have a look. Let's just push that back out of the way. So that's one. See, even on these blank pages I could stick a pocket because I've got pockets in a shoebox as well, so nothing is going to be empty. And there, I'm just trying to move the camera in a little, bear with me, maybe too much. I can't get it. Let's just move you. No. Sorry, I have to do this with my fingers. I don't zoom things. Let's just go down a little bit. Maybe that's better. Right, that's one. And another one. Like I say, I've not glued any of these down just yet, in case I want to put anything on the blank part, which I don't think I will. And then back that way. So that's how far along we are at the moment. Now I'm going to switch the camera off, probably stitch this in, glue the pockets down, because I'm sure I've decided that I don't want to put anything on the blank pages other than a glued in pocket of some description. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, this is where I'm up to at the moment. I've not sewn the signature in, but I've put the envelopes in, which I'll have to take out once I want to stitch, but just to give myself some idea. So this is the front envelope. Now I've put an envelope belly band. I've got a video on these. Oh, I didn't want to stick that down. No, I'm just going to have to remove that. That's just a little mistake. I'll have to have a think about that one in a minute. So I'm just going to take that sleeve off to let it dry. Yes, that's a bit of a boo-boo. So, envelopes in all the pockets. These are from a digital kit from somewhere, I'm not sure where. And this again is from a digital kit with bits inside, little postcards, all aged and tatty sort of. Like I say, I've just really raided my shoebox with everything, and so it's a bit eclectic. There's no theme other than butterflies and flowers, and it's made out of, these are made out of a florist's book. I've got yet to decide what to put in each of the envelopes. I'll probably put some aged writing paper in and some ephemera for people to make it their own. These, all I've done is stuck one pocket in somewhere. We'll come across it in a minute. And that's it really. I've not emptied my shoebox. Oh, that's the pocket. I found that in my stash, so I stuck that in. I've stuck a bit of my antique sellotape on. There is videos on YouTube how to make this. Sorry, just bits of sellotape and then age it with oh, what's the ink called? Alcoholic ink, which is good. I like using that, so I've stuck some of that on most pages, and it's already getting quite chunky. So you can see there it's quite chunky, and that's before I've put anything in the envelopes as well. So I'm going to take the envelopes out. I'm going to stitch it in to a signature. I'll probably just use a cardboard or Amazon packaging file. Fathom out how I can sort this one out, because I need it to flip over, but I was thinking I could use it as a belly band, but I can't glue that end down, so I'll have to let that glue dry and then decide what I'm doing. And this is my shoebox of envelopes, so I've still got an awful lot in to use up. I think I'll probably have to make another 4 journals to use all these, but I'll stitch the signature in and I'll be back. Hi, I'm back now, and I've finished the journal practically, but I'm going to show you my mistake, or a little faux pas. I was sewing the cover with this lovely it's like a thick linen material, and I even undid the stitching and did it again, but I've still got this ruck of material here. So I've just pulled out my box of prepared bows and flowers to see what I could use to try and hide it. And I was going to put like a big bow and maybe a little bow, but then I found this lovely, I don't think I made this, I think I got it in a swap years ago. So I thought that looked really nice, and it matches the pink of the ribbon. The one down here isn't too bad, but I could just put a little bow on there. So I definitely think I'm going to go with this one. So while my glue gun's heating up, I shall just quickly have a flip through of the inside. I've just used loose ribbon for the closure, and I've still to put my little dangle on the twine. So there's an envelope or filled with something in every pocket that's in the book. I've either put some ephemera in or fussy cut items for the person to, you know, use and make it their own. Stickers. Some have got plain pieces of paper, coffee dyed paper, and I have added some plain paper for journaling. So I'm quite happy with the way it's all turned out, and it'll make a lovely gift for somebody, or as my journals do, they go to the charity for them to use for raffle prizes, or they sell them. So I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. While we're in the centre, I'll just put I've pulled this dangle out because I think pink and brown go together quite nice. I know it's got blue on as well, but that's fine. I do enjoy making this sort of thing on my lap at night. So I'm just going to have that just below the bottom of the book, and I'm just going to tie this twine in a knot and cut the remainder off. And that could be used as a little bookmark as well. Let's just pull that tight. There we go. Oops. That's rubbish. That will just hang off the bottom and it can be used like a bookmark. So that's it really. I've put this lovely envelope in as well. I enjoy making these. Put little bits of ephemera inside, little pockets and things. All great fun. I really enjoyed doing it, and it's used up some of my fussy cuts as well. So I'm happy with that. Right, let's get this flower stuck on the back page there with a little dangle on a journal card. Okie doke, let's get to it now. That's the ribbon for the closure. Right, I'm going to glue this one on at the top. Let me just get my glue gun. I've not used this glue gun for quite a long time, so give it a good stick down. I don't very often use my glue gun now. That's fine. Now, should I put one on the bottom or just leave it? I'm tempted to just leave it, to be fair, because I think these bows might just stick out too much on the side. I'll put a small one. Too much? I think so. I'm just going to leave it. Let's just get that ribbon straight and tie. I think that makes a nice journal, and it's something that's been in my head for a while. Let's just get rid of these into the packet. Okay, that's this video finished, I think. So I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. Now, thanks for joining me, and I think I do have a video on making these, so I'll try and find it and link it below. And I shall see you next time. Bye.